to do a video for beginners, just another technique. Lovely, my husband's making lots of noise out there. So, okay, again, I mixed this nice big pile of paints up this morning, all different colours. No, actually, I mixed them up last night. I mixed up 3 little ones early this morning, pre-mixed with my normal pouring medium of 70% Elmer's glue, 30% water, a few drops of Helmar silicone. So going to try to recreate the one that I've recently posted of some negative space in there, which people seem to like. It's just me doing, experimenting, trying to create something different and unique, which we all strive to do instead of being same. Trying to speak up a little bit louder because I've had, so that is a cobalt, no it's not, it's a coastal turquoise. They're all, what I'm working with today were all global paints. So they are Australian made, and from what I believe you can't get them in the US, which got to get onto some importer that'll bring them over for you in a big container load. And so many pourers in America could, I suppose you have a lovely choices of your own paints over there which work equally as well. My pouring medium that I use, I've only mostly used that pouring medium because just with global, I've just started the new Byron paints, and I use them with the Mart paints. That pouring medium works with all of those, but I did try it with Appleberry that I got over from America, and it just separated. So I do understand those in the US when they say they've tried the Elmer's glue, because you can get it easily over there with the paints that you get over there, and it's just not working. So I do get that. I'm just for this particular technique of the, it's basically a floating pour. So basically the pour that I'll do will float on top of this coat because it's quite a thick coat. Just wash off my gloves. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll show you the paints each as I load them. I'm going to do a smaller cup because what I'll do, okay, change plan. I'll do this size cup. I'm going to do what you would not, how you would normally load a dirty pour into your cup gradually. I think I've said it loads of times before. I just like to keep the light colour on the bottom and the darker colour to the top. And the light colour again on the top when I finish. Trying to work out where I can put this while I load it up. Probably should have done it before, but I'm doing it backwards, aren't I? So this is a pearl white. So I'm just tipping it down the side of the cup. It's like a good centimetre. I will put turquoise, side of the cup again. I'll put it's called peach, but you can add white if you want to make it paler. I just like to use these colours instead of white. I might go for my navy. So just the colours that I'm drawn to each one. That you can hear is a gecko. We have loads of beautiful geckos on the walls of my art studio here. Garage. So those colours just loading nicely. This is the cool yellow. So that other one was cool red. Go back to the turquoise. Not going to really put too much. And again, I'll top it off with the pearl. So, as you can see, let's keep it about like that. So, as I said, this is what I call my floating pour with negative space. Basically do anything you like with it. So I'll start off by just giving it the flip close to the top there. You can see it's already sort of starting to scoot around. So I have to just leave it for a minute or so. So it just allows the paints to go down. As you can see, it's skating. I should call it skating pour, because it's actually skating along on the amount of paint that I've already got on the surface. So I'll just leave it there a minute or two. Sorry, I can't sing. I could tell jokes, but I usually laugh at my own joke before I finish the punchline. My sons they think that alone is hilarious, because I laugh at my own jokes, but who else is going to laugh at them? So in the meantime, while you're waiting for this to skate along, have a sip of your coffee. Okay, take it back up here. I'm going to drag it. I might drag this one and do diagonal. Something a little bit different. Okay. So I'll just kind of leave that to do its own thing, settle a bit, and wander around the canvas. In the meantime, just put a little tiny bit more paint in this cup that I've just used to do a bit of area over the side. So we have a little bit of colour over there too. Don't want too much. So I'm just leaving that to do its own thing at the moment. I might give it a bit of a torch. So just using my butane gas torch. And I recommend that you have a fire extinguisher wherever you're using this. So just hitting it with the torch bringing up my nice little cluster cells that, so not everywhere, just bringing up some nice cells here, there and everywhere. Just leave that for a little while to develop. I just poured a few odd colours into the previous cup. I'm just gonna, like a ribbon, just pour these out like a ribbon just across the corners to add a bit of variation, but still want to keep the negative space. I can pull back over there again. What I'll do is I can get cells to come back up in these ribbons, and they create just nice little points of interest in your painting. So as you can see, the cells coming up beautifully. So just leaving it for a few seconds to develop. Kind of looks like a guitar shape, but boy oh boy, it's got some nice cells coming up. This is a bit of a thinner mix than I would normally use, because I've been trying to do what I call a ghost pour. And if you look on my YouTube channel, I'm hopefully posting use a thinner mix, let the paint swivel. Okay, I'm going to just hit these with the torch again, just the little bits, little wormy bits, ribbon paws. See, never know when it's too much, just leave it alone. But as you can see, it's kind of developing a little life of its own. I'm going to tip it off a little, or tip it a bit, but I don't really want to do, actually I don't want to do too much with that because it's developing, coming up nicely. I'll just show you a few things that I would probably do with my, if you've got a spatula, this is old beaten up spatula, one of my favourites of course, and just gently, very tip of your paint, okay, just gently, okay, just so you get rid of some of the straight lines. You may like them, but just very gently, just taking a little bit of your colour over your base colour that you've put down. This creates really nice ghost cells. Okay, my dog's, somebody's over about. Okay, we are just very gently, this is where a bit of a steady hand comes in. I'll show you in there. Create some nice little ghost cells in these. Really want to leave the bit of negative space, just a bit different to have something with some negative space. So okay, where I've done those little spatula, this is what creates a nice lacing, or ghost cells as I like to call them. Can do, if you do a cup with, so you've got more negative space, it is really beautiful to work from the edges very gently with that spatula, taking out some of the paint over, and then when you hit it with the torch comes all these lovely ghost cells, as I call them. I'll post a picture, I'll take a photo very soon. Just, of course, can't leave it alone, like have to tell myself to walk away from it. Trying to show you how I create these ghost cells. If you're a beginner, it's just something a little bit different, and how you can make your artwork unique. Okay, just hit those with the torch a little bit. You might just like the look of them without the torch. It's what creates those sort of feathery or lacy look. As you can see, it's sort of ghost cells here, ghost cells there. They're just cells that kind of float on the top, like a ghost would float around. They're all developing even as we speak, so it's very bright. Tiny little clusters in there, tiny little cells within cells. Tiny little cells within cells. Because this mix is a little bit thinner for this particular technique, they are moving off the canvas, which I like, because that's why it's kind of getting a ghost effect on negative space. But I'm quite happy with that. It's really bright, cheerful. I'm liking it. Okay, well, another little one for you to try. I have done quite a few little videos today, more instructional videos for beginners or just learning a different technique. But that's my negative pour with ghost cells and beautiful colours actually, look lovely together. Very vibrant. I'm not sure if the camera's showing it, but I mean, the whole time we're talking, it's all actually developing a whole life of its own. And they are spreading out, going more ghost instead of real clustered little cells like I do with my swipes. This is just spreading out a little bit more, developing this lovely ghost cells. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Really hope that you did get something out of my video for you. Yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel, so it doesn't cost you anything if you want to drop in and look at a few of the videos. Thank you.